e1s1 examen final escribir. You will show what you know and how well you know it with this final opportunity to demonstrate skills from this semester and without the use of any resources. The rubric you will be graded from, remember we're at the novice low levels, we're just beginning, but we still do have enough skills to be able to complete this task and to do it well. The things that we'll be looking for is our content and our detail. So how much of the task did we cover and how well did we cover it? The better we do at each of these categories, again, we're guaranteed to get into the meets and higher into that meets. If we go above and beyond that, then we possibly can get into the exceeds category. But for sure, just by including all that we're asked to and using all of the skills that we've practiced this semester can get us into the meets if we're following our prompt. So content detail, we've already discussed. Your vocab, because this is a final exam, we're going to be looking for vocab from Lección Preliminar, which is all that getting to know you, what's your name, where you're from, phone numbers, days of the week, weather, things like that. Unidad uno, that's our likes and our dislikes and describing people, which included activities and food and personality traits, but also physical attributes. And Unidad dos, unit 2, which is our school. So everything about our school day, including the building, the workload, the teachers, classes, time, structure. That's mainly we're going to be looking for our verb forms and the variety of those forms. Gustar, ser, tener, estar, and ir, the ones we want to focus in on, but also just our sentence structure, making sure everything agrees. So if we're talking about one thing, then our verb is singular, our noun is singular, our adjective is singular. If that one thing happens to be something feminine, our adjective agrees with that. If we then go to plural, everything changes and becomes plural. Those little things, spelling, of course, too. The main thing is the use of our verb and verb forms and a variety of them. Organization, how well does our writing flow? Does it seem like it was thought out and prepared? Are there some really good transitions to connect everything? Or is it just sort of all over the place, rambling? And then ease of understanding. As always, we want to think of this as if a Spanish speaker were to be reading our work or seeing our work without any indication of where we're coming from or why we were asked to do this, so they wouldn't have any access to like the prompt or knowing that we're in Spanish 1. If we were just to give them our work, would they understand what we're saying, why we're saying it, or would they have lots of questions or in follow-ups, things like that. It's what you always want to try and work towards. Here is our prompt. So, escritura, vencemos 1, enero 2021. As part of a class project to connect with students from other cultures, you have been assigned to write an email to a pen pal in a Spanish-speaking country. In your email to the student, talk about yourself in detail and ask some questions to which they have to respond. You do not know this person. In order to meet expectations, the topics you want to include is a proper beginning and ending, transition words to connect the writing well, describe yourself and others, for example, name, origin, and characteristics, etc. Your interests, like your likes, dislikes with activities, food, etc. What do you have to do? Your school life, so schedule classes, what you have to do to succeed in classes, where you go before or after school, what you do, and at least 2 questions about your pen pal and their life. Using, again, our grammar, gustar, ser, tener, estar, ir properly, making sure our nouns and our adjectives all agree, making sure we show some comparisons as well. For example, you can talk about things that you know about other people in other places, or compare your friends with yourself, your family with yourself, that kind of thing. And below here is where you will do all of your writing. Again, this is the final opportunity for you to show all that you know and how well that you know it, not using any resources, just the skills that you have practiced and worked on this semester for level 1.